Imagine walking down a street in the Midlands in early 1934 and stopping outside an ordinary shop window. People are gathered, staring, not talking much, just watching. You push closer to see what's happening, and then you realize why. Inside the shop, lying in full public view, is a young woman, in a coffin, not dead, not resting, alive, but refusing to eat. Her name was reported as Miss Hilda May Farley, a 24-year-old local girl from Swadlincote, and in January 1934, she began one of the most disturbing public spectacles the Midlands had ever seen. Inside a glass-covered coffin-like case, placed inside a shop on Alexandra Road, Swadlincote, she attempted to break the world record for fasting, aiming to survive 46 days without food. The coffin itself wasn't hidden away. It was designed to be seen, a glass-topped box sealed, with ventilators at the side, allowing the public to look directly down at her. She lay inside it, day and night, while people filed past constantly. Some came out of concern, others out of curiosity, but many came simply to watch, to see how long she could last. And they didn't just come in small numbers. Thousands of people visited. The shop was never closed, and people could enter at any hour. Reports described her lying there, sometimes smoking a cigarette, sometimes talking faintly to friends through the glass. She was allowed only mineral water and cigarettes, nothing else. A doctor and nurse attended daily, and updates were issued to the public on her condition. At this point, she wasn't just a woman, she had become a spectacle. And she had done it before. Newspapers reported that she had already completed a 600-hour fast, around 25 days, in Derby, even winning a £200 wager. By 1934, she was being described as a professional fasting lady. Then, in a move that made the spectacle even bigger, she took it on the road. By April 21, 1934, at exactly 2:30 p.m., she began another attempt, this time at 15 Market Street, Tamworth. Advertisements asked the public, "Is it possible to live in a sealed coffin without food?" and then invited them to come and watch. She entered the glass coffin in full view of a crowd as the lid was officially screwed down and sealed. Admission was just 2p, and once again, the public came in huge numbers. The exhibition ran day and night. People stood around her, watching her body weaken, hour by hour. One report even recorded her physical condition in detail. She stood 5 foot 6 inches tall, and when she entered the coffin she weighed 9 stone 12 pounds. By the end, she had lost over a stone in weight. But behind the scenes, the reality was darker. Because this wasn't just endurance, it was business. In a later court case in June 1934, held at Burton-on-Trent, the truth came out. Hilda herself admitted, she was a fasting lady. She holds fast for so many days, and the public are admitted. This was organized, marketed, managed. And the man behind it all, Herbert John Collins, named in court as her manager, he arranged the venues, handled payments, and organized the exhibitions. Together, they had taken premises, including a property in Tamworth, for around 6 weeks between April and May 1934, paying rent to stage the event. Another address linked directly to her was 5 Bridge Chambers, Station Street, Burton-on-Trent, likely where she was based or staying during this period. But by the time the Tamworth exhibition ended, everything was falling apart. After just 487 hours, a little over 20 days, far short of the 46-day goal, she was forced to stop on medical advice. One newspaper reported she had completed 236 hours of her Tamworth attempt, before ending the ordeal voluntarily, having lost over 1 stone in weight. The crowds disappeared, the spectacle faded, and in court, the whole thing was described as having fizzled out. Instead of breaking records, she was left dealing with unpaid rent, legal disputes, and a failed show. And then, she disappears. No clear birth record under the name Hilda May Farley, despite her being born around 1908 to 1910. No obvious family. No confirmed life after 1934. But there is one final, unsettling clue. In the 1939 register, just 5 years later, a woman named Hilda M. Collins, born in 1907, appears living in Birmingham, with none other than Herbert John Collins, the same man who had managed the fasting exhibitions. Same age, same timeline, same connection, but a completely different name. So the question is, was Miss Hilda May Farley ever her real identity at all? Because in 1934, thousands of people stood in shop doorways across Swadlincote, Burton, and Tamworth, staring through glass, watching a young woman lie in a coffin, slowly starving for money. And yet today, We may not even know who she really was. Thank you for watching Pocket Full of History with April.